If your kids' class isn't running the way you want it to, this video is for you. Maybe the kids aren't focused. Maybe behavior feels hard to manage. Maybe they're not improving the way that you expected them to. Or maybe parents are starting to question progress. Most of the time, this isn't a discipline issue, it's a design issue. Today I'm going to show you how to fix your kids' jiu-jitsu class using the constraints-led approach. Not in theory, in a way that you can apply immediately. Part 1, what are we actually fixing? When a class isn't working, it usually shows up in 3 ways: low engagement, behavior problems, limited skill transfer into sparring. Traditional static drilling is built around step-by-step instruction. That works reasonably well for adults. It does not work well with children. Young children can only hold a very small amount of information in working memory at one time. For 4 to 6-year-olds, that might realistically be 1 or 2 clear pieces of information. If you're teaching a 5-step escape, they are not processing it in the way that you think that they are. So what happens? They forget, they disengage, they move incorrectly, you correct more, you talk more, and the cycle continues. CLA fixes this by shifting the focus from the instructions to designing tasks. Instead of explaining every step, you create a problem that requires the movement. And the movement emerges from the task. That shift alone changes everything. Part 2, why CLA aligns with how children learn. Children learn through doing, through interacting with a partner, through adjusting in real time, through feeling success and failure safely. They do not learn best by memorizing sequences. When you use CLA properly, you shorten explanations, you increase movement time, you allow variability, you allow mistakes, and that improves engagement immediately. When kids are active and solving something, they are less likely to disengage. Most behavior issues in kids' programs come from too much standing still, too much talking, tasks that are unclear, tasks that are too difficult for their developmental stage. When the task is clear and achievable, behavior improves naturally. You don't need to consistently manage the room because the task manages the room. Part 3, quick engagement question. I'm curious, what is the biggest challenge in your kids' class right now? Is it engagement, behavior, parents questioning progress, kids struggling to apply techniques in sparring? Write it in the comments because it helps me understand what you're working through. Part 4, skill development and retention. Here is the important part. Drilling rehearses a pattern. CLA develops decision making. In drilling, the solution is already given to you. In CLA, the child must perceive what is happening and act accordingly. That perception-action link is what transfers into sparring. And when children feel capable in live situations, confidence increases. And when confidence increases, enjoyment increases. And when enjoyment increases, retention improves. Retention is not just about marketing, it's about experience. If children feel successful and capable, they stay. If they feel confused or constantly corrected, they don't. CLA allows you to scale tasks so every child can experience appropriate challenge. Not too easy, not too overwhelming. That balance keeps them engaged long term. Part 5, different learning styles and autonomy. Another reason CLA works well with kids is that it doesn't rely on one mode of learning. In a single, well-designed task, they see, they hear a brief instruction, they move, they feel feedback from their partner. It covers visual, auditory, and physical learning without isolating just one. And it builds autonomy. Instead of waiting for you to tell them the next step, they begin to solve problems independently. And that independence builds confidence. And that confidence changes how they show up in class. Part 6, why implementation matters. Now here's the important part. CLA is not just play more games. It's intentional design. If you don't understand how to manipulate the task, the rules, the space, the goal, then you won't see the full benefit. And that's, I think, why many coaches struggle. They understand the idea, but they don't know how to apply it to their program. If you're serious about fixing your kids' program properly, this is exactly what we do inside my 6-week mentorship. We go through your entire kid structure. We look at how you start class, how you scale for different ages, how you design tasks, how you manage behavior through structure, how you improve retention through better learning experiences. And we rebuild it using CLA in a way that fits your academy. It's not generic and it's not theoretical, it is practical and applied. If you want to improve engagement, behavior, and retention, not just temporarily, but structurally, the mentorship is where that happens. And I'll leave the link below. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments.